Welcome to the Weekly Worship Thoughts Supplemental Video Series. I'm Jeff Polen, and I'm so glad that you are tuning in. I wrote the book Weekly Worship Thoughts, hoping it would be a tremendous resource for worshipers, vocalists, pastors, and musicians, especially in the contemporary Christian church worship setting. The book is 52 short, devotional-type chapters that cover a broad range of heart-level and practical subjects. One of my personal heroes of the faith and fellow worship leader, Paul Balash, said this about the book. Weekly Worship Thoughts serves up inspiring, biblical, bite-sized thoughts on worship to help keep our hearts focused on what is most important. I appreciate that feedback, and I really think he summarized the heart of this book. If you don't have a copy of the book, you can pick it up on my website at www.jeffpolenmusic.com. Now, you do not need to have a copy of the book in order to benefit from this video series, but this series is primarily meant to supplement and enhance your experience of walking through this book chapter by chapter. In today's video, I want to help you understand what the rest of the videos will be like and to offer some suggestions of how you can use them most effectively as an individual, as a pastor, or even as a team. Each of the Weekly Worship Thoughts supplemental videos will cover one chapter of the book and will be split into 4 different parts. I will start each video by emphasizing the main point of the chapter. Some of the videos will cover quite a lot of information. In the midst of all that info, I don't want anyone to miss the main point. In the second part of each video, I will be going deeper into the main point. I intentionally kept each chapter of the book short and to the point. As a result, there is much more that can be said about each subject. I'm going to offer some of that extra info in the second part of each video. Next, we will talk through a practical application of the main point in the real world. We are not just aiming for cerebral understanding, but for practical, physical application. Each video should offer something that you can immediately put into practice if you are not doing so already. Finally, each video will end with a few discussion questions. The purpose of this section is to personally engage with the content as an individual or as a group. I am not expecting everyone to agree with everything that is presented in these videos, or in the book for that matter. These discussion questions provide an opportunity to wrestle with the content and to discover where you are at as an individual or as a team. Worship leading is certainly not a one-size-fits-all. So this section will hopefully help you to customize and enhance your personal experience. I think this resource is most effective if you focus on one chapter per week. So read the chapter, watch the video, engage with the discussion questions, and spend time trying to practically apply that main point throughout the week. Then move on to the next chapter the following week. As a practical way of helping with this, we are physically releasing only one video per week every Monday morning throughout 2021. If you're tracking along with us as they're being released, it'll be easy for you to only do one chapter per week. If you are jumping on later in the year or at any point after 2021, you may have to use wisdom in deciding how quickly you want to move through the material. If you're going through the material as an individual, I would strongly encourage you to pick up a notebook and spend time honestly wrestling through the discussion questions. Write down your answers and develop a plan for personal, practical application and growth. If you are a pastor, these videos, along with the book, could offer you a tremendous opportunity to walk alongside and further disciple the worship people at your church. You don't have to know anything about music to walk through this material with the people you are pastoring. Now, if you are walking through this material as a worship team, I would encourage the worship leader to get a copy of the book into the hands of the entire team. We do have a 10-pack and a 20-pack worship team bundle available on the website. But each week, I would encourage the worship leader to assign or suggest a chapter for the team to read as individuals on their own time. Then, the worship leader can either email a link to the corresponding video or carve out time at the weekly rehearsal to go through the video together. Either way, I would encourage the team to get through the material and then spend time with the discussion questions. So maybe the worship leader will email out the discussion questions each week, receiving individual responses. Or maybe the group will create a Facebook page or find some other way to engage in a larger group chat. Or, and I think this is the best case, maybe the discussion happens in person before, during, or after weekly rehearsal. Either way, I'm hoping and believing that this material can be a tremendous tool for helping you grow into the worshiper, vocalist, pastor, and musician that God created you to be.